This is Jules Mancier. I wanted to come and say hello, to pull out a few cards to see what guidance we may receive on this new moon in Aries. For the highest wisdom for us today is the Lover. It is a wish-fulfilling gem. It is about being able to enjoy that romantic potential or actual and or to attune ourselves to the ability to receive love into our life in a deeper way. What we need to do is Isis. It is the great priestess. It is the card of intuition. It is following the inner voice. For the inner voice is the Gestalt, the Alpha and the Omega. There is nothing that will ever transcend that inner self, that inner potential of self-revelation that comes from within. What we need to do is, like a bubble, we have to be spontaneous, we have to act, whatever happens, we have to be able to be free to be spontaneous and to act upon that which is presented that feels good. And the general message for us today is the White Lady, the Mother of Pearl. That means do not let yourself be feel this melancholy or this nostalgia or it is very important to let go of the past, to be free and serene, to forgive ourselves, to forgive others, to move into new potential that may be offered. So it is important not to allow ourselves to move into a downward spiral on the emotional level. Whenever you feel you're going down, just know that you have the power to return to the higher frequency and turning the spiral going upwards into optimism and joy and freedom and peace and serenity, within the understanding that in doing that you seek to integrate your higher nature, your soul nature, your spirit nature and your God self. I wanted to speak very briefly of a very big subject that is called physical matter. For physical matter has been a great mystery for a long time. In many sense, Aristotle believed that matter was just a flat, the earth was flat and matter was stable, and then it moved only when it was called by a force. But in many sense, we realized he was mistaken. For a few centuries before that, there was a philosopher named Heraclitus who discovered that everything is in constant motion. Since then, we've been able to realize that he was right, because as we observe physical matter, we know that everything that is material is just electronic matter that is on its frequency that gives the illusion of matter. And so, in many sense, we don't know much about it, and we have many false ideas about those things. But they will clear up in time as we become more conscious and more precise in instrumentation. But the physical matter is made of atoms, electrons, and ultimatons. We have an idea of what we call atom. Atom was a word that was invented by Democritus, who believed that there was this undividable particle, they call atoms. But those atoms, we know that there is a proton in the center and there is electrons, 3 different circuits of electrons that can go around it, depending. One of the false beliefs that humans have right now is that they believe there is more than one proton in the center of the atom. If there is more than one proton, it's no longer an atom, it's a molecule. And a proton is 2,000 times more dense than the electron. So it will always keep, and in truth it is a dance, the proton being the positive and the electron being the negative. And so there is the polarization of yin and yang, masculine and feminine, that's happening within all of those particles of matter. It is a divine gift, this matter is a divine gift, yet it is subject to the law of ionization, which means that things degrade and go back into dust eventually. As we ascend into a higher frequency, to turn into the soul, the light, and we come to discover that there is another form of matter that is much more permanent, that is not subject to degradation, that we call Morantia matter. This Morantia matter was created by Spirit at the dawn of time, when Spirit, at the beginning there was only Spirit, there was the God, the paradise and the central universe, and then eventually the cosmos was created, and some of it was organized by Spirit. But there was a need for, when Spirit created matter, there was absolutely such a difference between the world of matter and the world of Spirit that there would be no way that material being could ever reach the Spirit realm of Spirit. So the spirits, the master spirits, created this Morantia matter, which is a transitional realm that moves us to the realm of Spirit. For this is a more cosmological model. As we we ascend, our universe being here, we ascend to the planes of our super universe, we'll discover Morantia matter and spiritual matter. then eventually we'll be sent to the central universe called Avona. It is a marvelous universe, and I'm trying to connect to that because I want to reconnect to that energy, to this information, to be able to avail myself to the knowledge that the beauty, the truth that is part of that universe. This universe is not an evolutionary universe. It is a perfect universe that was created before time by God as a model for creation. And so it is made of 1 billion perfect world with perfect inhabitants, the Avoner they're called. They are eternal beings. And so and they are arranged in 7 concentric circles. At the beginning, they used to live in Avona, but when the cosmos was created, there has been a great shift and change. For some of the Avona have moved inwards towards paradise, and some of them have moved outwards to the super universes as teachers. As we move closer, we pass through all the 7 circuits of the super universe, the 1 billion incarnation of throughout all the planets of the super universe. Eventually, we'll be able to reside on Ascending Tone. It's one of the 7 sacred spheres of the Father. And we'll be able to enter paradise through the peripheral paradise. For paradise is the only stable sphere of reality in the whole universe of universes. That is the only thing that does not move. Everything moves in relation to it. For we know that it's been revealed that the Avona is made of a different sort of matter. It is made of a matter called Triata, which I do not know much about it, but I know that paradise is made of a substance called Monota. It's a unique substance. It is absolutely marvelous. I've been shown that. I don't really know how to utilize it so much yet, but it is something marvelous. So in many sense, we're going to come to realize this is like a cut. So it's like if we would see the universe from way above. It's a symbolic model, of course, but what we'll come to realize for this central universe and paradise will eternally be invisible from the cosmos. We have to graduate through the spiritual planes before we can even gain access to it. Is that the further we move out of for our own super universe is the first level of cosmic reality. It includes the Milky Way and the Magellanic Clouds and all the small galaxies that are around it. When Andromeda is another super universe, and so the further the universe is not a bubble, we'll come to realize that it's more like a disk. And this disk is becoming thicker and thicker. The further you go out of paradise, the greater the galactic cluster will become. And there is a great mystery also is the space reservoir that are above and beyond paradise. It means what we can observe is that whenever the reservoir compressed, space expanded. It's a 2 billion year cycle, and then when space expands, then it retracts, and then as space retracts, the reservoir expands. So we do not know really how it works, or what's the future, or what's the relation to all those things. But there is great mysteries to be unfolded. Every day we are asked to move closer to the heart, to the realization of selfhood, and so we have meant to transmute all our animal lower self in order to accept ourselves as divine being of light, and as we do that, we reconnect to this to our real nature. Well, I hope this message was interesting for you. I'm going to finish with a little song. It's a humor song. It's a song that speaks of the difference between the doubt of Descartes and the amor fati of Nietzsche. So it's a funny song, it's more a humorous song, it's in French, it goes like this. Tu veux ou tu veux pas? Tu veux c'est bien, si tu veux pas, tant pis. Si tu veux pas, j'en ferai pas une maladie. Oui mais voilà, réponds-moi non ou bien oui, c'est comme ci ou comme ça, ou tu veux pas. Tu veux ou tu veux pas? Toi tu dis noir et après tu dis blanc. C'est noir, mais si c'est blanc, c'est blanc. C'est noir ou blanc, mais ça n'est pas noir et blanc. C'est comme ci ou comme ça, ou tu veux pas. La vie, oui, c'est une gymnastique, et c'est comme la musique, il y a du mauvais et du bon. La vie, pour moi, elle est magnifique, pourquoi tu te la compliques par des hésitations? Tu veux ou tu veux pas? Tu veux c'est bien, si tu veux pas, tant pis. Si tu veux pas, j'en ferai pas une maladie. Oui mais voilà, réponds-moi non ou bien oui, c'est comme ci ou comme ça, ou tu veux pas. La vie, elle peut être très douce, à condition que tu la pousses dans la bonne direction. La vie, Elle est là, elle nous appelle. Avec toi, elle sera belle. Si tu viens à la maison, tu veux ou tu veux pas? Well, I hope you find. Thank you very much. I hope you find this message interesting, amusing, entertaining. I wish you a wonderful day, a wonderful new moon, and I'll talk to you soon. Namaste.